everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays Slay the Spire dailies. Yesterday was easy. Today's... Okay, I'm looking at it. It's only been up for like half an hour. Time dilation. All enemies become slow. What that means is that they all get the effect... Is this guy's name Swallow at Mr. Frodo? It seems like the scores are distributed kind of closer to the low end here, but anyway. All enemies become slow, so they take like 10% extra damage every card you play in a specific turn. So they take 100% damage first, then they take 110, then they take 120, etc, etc. Enemies drop more gold, but you cannot upgrade cards at rest sites. Alright. And Night Terrors. Resting in rest sites heals 100% of your HP, but costs 5 max HP. So it's... Normally, we're probably going to want to avoid rest sites, except when strictly necessary. We want to hit an elite right off the bat for sure. And I'm just looking, is there like an elite path? You can avoid rest sites almost all the way up if you go this way, and we could always pivot, or at least for much of it, we could pivot when necessary to make it happen. Yeah, so you take 110, 10% more damage? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna let you hit me for 6. Well, you know, let's run the math. I'm gonna hit you for 12. You'll go down to 28. If we get 3 strikes, it would be 6, probably 6, and then 7. This is a good test, actually. So we'll attack you once. Yeah, so it'll be 6. It'll probably be 6, 7, and then 8, I guess, which is 21 damage. So it wouldn't quite kill you. So I think a block is the better option here. Obviously, it would have been better to block first, so that we get the extra damage on our first strike, but it's relatively minor in the whole scheme of things. Like here, again, I think we'll do defend. And then I kind of like strike more than bash. Strike will be 13 damage. It'll take you down to 21, which is enough to kill you if I draw 3 strikes next turn. Because it'll be 6, 7, 8, probably. Probably. We'll see. Oh, but you have block now. Okay, that's right, that's right. Well, we'll defend for certain. We're going to take 6 damage, which is real unfortunate. I think I'm going to bash you this turn. It's not as easy. It's going to be like a little bit of a rude awakening, because our last run was so easy. This one is going to be a little bit on the tougher side, is my estimate. If we can only play 2 strikes, we got you anyway. This one should be a little tougher. Now, we're constructing like a pretty standard ironclad deck. The one exception that I will say is the more cards we can play in a turn, the happier we are. So seeing red is also like a little damage buff, kind of. But we might want to focus on cards instead of question marks for now. I think we'll play a defend. And then a strike is going to be 6, 7, right? Wow, that kind of sucks, actually. Because it's not quite going to get a kill, and we're going to take 7 damage. Wow. Extreme bummer. Why are only you affected by the slow? See, that I do not know. Anyway, you have to die. That's non-negotiable. We know we're going to play a defend. I think we'll probably do it like this. I do want to make you vulnerable, so you're pretty killable next turn. It does suck to take a little bit more damage, but I think it'll probably save us damage long term. Oh my lord. So this'll, we hope it's 9 and then enough damage to get lethal next. But I don't think it will be. Well, what if we start with a defend? Nope, not quite. So we're going to throw out another block. It's definitely like all enemies being slow is an interesting positive, because it is a benefit, but it's not a benefit that necessarily manifests itself like instantaneously. We love Twin Strike if we get some strength gain, but I think for now we're going to take Headbutt. It's a little bit more conducive, I think, to getting a combo deck going, but obviously I can't say that with authority necessarily. You know what? Give me a strength potion against this guy. We got to make sure he dies as soon as possible. That was a bad play. Anyone out there want to tell me why it was a bad play? Old teacher instincts coming in here. It's actually very simple. It's a very bad play because we should have played a defend first just to get a little extra damage. In the end, it probably makes like 2 damage difference, but I'd prefer not to get hit for 6 because we're going to hit an elite. So let's do it this way. Almost certainly dead next turn. Especially with adrenaline helping us out. Yeah, or seeing red, I should say. So I think we're really going to start to see the effects possibly of slow. I think we like double tap, honestly. We're going to start to see the effects of slow if we can start to have like dead branch turns. Yeah, I'll do it. Headbutt plus defend plus. It's probably worth it in the end. I know I shouldn't be fighting these guys, but I'm on muscle memory from doing combat last time. More than anything else. Defend. Double tap. Give you a quick little strike there. Gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna hit you up with this weak potion. Even though we probably should save it for the elite, because I want to have enough HP to reasonably function well against the elite. We'll probably consider resting at the campfire. This turn, I just want to hit you. That way you split into 3 enemies that are weak as heck. Man, I hope that our elite is not that bad, because we could dip pretty low here. I think I've been playing quite sloppy, honestly. That's one way to do it. You make me frail. Not weak, frail. That's weak. Yeah. 16, I don't know, 3 strikes maybe? Deal 9 damage, 4 damage, 4 damage. That's 17 damage, so we do have you. But it wasn't necessarily easy. We're gonna be at 66 HP with a weak potion. And, I mean, Warcry does kind of work with a combo deck, but we don't have the relics necessary yet. To be honest, I kind of like ghostly armor. Having some burst block might not be the worst idea, but I'll admit that I'm floundering a little bit here. Turn 1 is not that great for damage. I'm gonna pass and look for, really like a double tap bash is kind of what I think our first turn should be. Double tap strike is not good enough. My dude's gonna come to life, and that scares me. We kind of have to go on this turn. But it's so bad. Oh, I don't think it's worth it, dude. I guess we're gonna let him wake up. That doesn't happen that often. This puts us a little bit behind the 8 ball. Pretty big misplay. Let's do a double tap, a headbutt. We'll bring back Seeing Red. And we'll bring back double tap. Which we just played, but we also really like. Really, I gotta hit you. I know I want to block through you, but I gotta hit you as well, unfortunately. So we love Seeing Red, and then we just play our cards. No danger of a block coming in this time. I'd still prefer not to rest. I'll just admit that I think I'm playing real fast and loose. Like, my strategic decision making, not great so far. I think this is probably a bash strike sort of situation. We might be able to kill you next turn. Like, double tap headbutt could do it, but I don't think we're gonna get around there. So we're gonna defend plus for certain, and then strike, and then headbutt, and we'll bring back. It doesn't matter. We'll bring back a strike. We're gonna take 11 damage. Oh, it's gonna be tempting to rest. But you know we're guaranteed a rest on this floor. Let's just see what we get. Anchor. Dude, Anchor's pretty good. And I think an Armaments is also solid. Tell you what. I'm gonna try to ride the lightning to keep our max HP high. And I will probably end up regretting it. You're doing 18 damage, which is just highly rude. Double tap gets a lot better. And would we rather play 2 strikes or 1 bash? I still think the answer is probably 1 bash. Because we don't care if this guy lives. This guy's got to go so he doesn't take our gold. But your boy is an idiot and is starting to realize he really should have rested. But if we get through 2 combats, that's the only thing that matters to some extent. This stinks. We'll play that. Certainly headbutt and bring back a double tap. Strike you. You're done next turn. All we gotta do is live, but... And, you know, there's still the potential that long-term this is going to be a better decision for us than having gone for the rest, but right now it doesn't look very smart. Seeing red. Double tap. Strike. Might as well play the defend. Strike again. Look at that. Alright, 16 damage next turn. Very plausible, even with weakness. Headbutt would be a nice get. It did just come back. Hey! Lucky us. Well, I mean, I'll tell you straight away. Just do that. 30 life. I don't want to do either. Which curse is Parasite? Ah, you lose 3 max HP if it's removed from your deck. That's terrible, dude. Lantern, okay. We are gonna rest. The idea is that, yeah, it's not good to have rested. But if it helps us, like if we can fight the elite as a result of having rested, then I feel good about it. So we only need 1 block. We might as well... I mean, armaments is tempting, but I think we play ghostly armor. And just like, we had 1 more card, you fool. Because of Lantern! Make sure you can kill 2 of these guys next turn. If we get Seeing Red, we might be able to kill all 3. So we do have Seeing Red. Unfortunately, we don't have that many attacks. So we want Defend, Defend, Double Tap, Headbutt. Bring back Double Tap. Excuse me? But I didn't get to play the second one because he had too little HP. I was like, bring back Double Tap, then bring back, like, I don't know, armaments or something. Not that we need the block as long as we get 2 attacks, but still. Alright, we did fine. Disarm, I think, long-term is probably our better option here. And now is a little bit of the moment of truth. These guys are going to hurt pretty badly, but I got high hopes. Certainly, early on, we absolutely want to spot weakness. And then we're going to go on the weakest one. Oh, the weakest one. We're taking no damage. Getting a lot of dazed in our deck, but probably left artifact is dead right off the bat. Well, I think like an armaments defend is our best option here. Because we're going to use headbutt for lethal. Probably bring back spot weakness, yeah. And just throw another 8 block in there so we don't take any damage. With 2 of these guys, we have a much better chance to use spot weakness without losing HP. Wow. Not this time. Spot weakness. Can't kill you. Disarming saves me 2 HP, which is enough to take me back to max HP. Oh, we should have attacked the other guy. It probably doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it does matter, because we shouldn't attack the guy who has weak strength and is not going to attack next turn. These guys just straight up alternate, so... Wow, this is just horrendous. But the idea is, you know, by fighting this elite, hopefully, our relic that we get here is going to be enough to... really do some damage long-term on this run, because, like, short-term things are not looking great. I am kind of suffering from the classic highway blindness. And what is the classic highway blindness? Well, in this case, We couldn't have done enough damage there, yeah. In this case, it's that last time, every time we killed an enemy, we got a relic, which is just so insanely good that it's hard to remember. Relics are actually hard to come by. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Dude, I kind of think we could totally live with 2 disarms. No, be straight up. Oh, Thread and Needle. Gotta go. Juzu is tempting as well. Thread and Needle's amazing. Take 3 max HP. We're gonna be losing so much max HP. Maybe it doesn't matter. I also think Happy Flower is pretty okay. You know what? Juzu, I'm gonna go for it. Even though it's not a speed run, it makes question marks definitely a better choice for us. You would have removed the card from our deck, which would have been nice. I really wish we could just skip, but we can't. 67 HP. We lost way more HP than we would have liked to on this floor, but hopefully, you know, the fact that we've gotten Thread and Needle means we don't have to block nearly as often in the future. Honestly, we should disarm him right now. And then probably Bash Strike. Or Strike Bash. Make it more likely to get the 1 damage bonus out of the slow. Slow is not that huge of a benefit, I'm starting to realize. It's not bad. Certainly not bad, but not that huge. Obviously, like, I want this guy to die, but I also want to take... I don't want to take damage from his heavy attack. So we'll just deal with the fact that he's got some weakness now. Well, Seeing Red, for sure. Disarm again. He's insanely weak. We might as well... We have the energy, so we might as well do that. We don't have a lot of top end in this deck. So that's going to be an issue for us moving forward. But now we never have to block. So we're just kind of waiting for spot weaknesses to come around. And we'll make that a little easier for us here. There we go, 4 strength up. Certainly Headbutt, bring back spot weakness for next turn. Because he's 4 strength down, I don't expect even his heavy attacks to be that good anymore. So we'll play Ghastly Armor so we don't lose it and we don't take any damage from burn. Not that we were going to anyway. We have 8 strength up, which is ridiculous. And we might want to think about just smacking him now before our deck gets too full of burns. More so, I'm worried about it becoming annoying. We need a lot of things in this deck. Probably better offensive relics. Our defensive relics are pretty good. Some draw would be awesome. You know what? I guess I don't mind taking a little damage to do 20 damage to him. I think that's probably worth it. Having 2 spot weaknesses in a thin deck is really good, especially if you can disarm the enemy so much that he's kind of just like worthless. So we're gonna say goodbye to Ghostly Armor because this guy is super dead. Unless we get literally no attacks. Which is kind of hilarious. Wow, real spooky. 1 times 6 damage plus 3 burn pluses. Well, you're dead. Okay, that didn't go too badly. I want more energy per turn, ideally. That's a lot of gold, dude. Feed. We have... Reaper is so good, though. It's tough, because in a thin deck with some strength ups, Feed could be amazing. But Reaper gives us so much sustain. But what's more realistic? I think Feed is better, because with 2 feeds, that basically justifies 1 campfire. I think we could make it work, even though I think mostly Reaper's a better card. It's tough, though, I'll be real with you. Transform 3 cards and upgrade them. I'll do it. White Beast Statue is okay. Whirlwind plus, Carnage plus, Sword Boomerang plus. I think I'm happy with all of those. Whirlwind is an amazing card. Carnage can be good, and of course the more strength you have, the better both of those get. We definitely want to hit this campfire. Or sorry, this shop. We don't want to hit any campfires. Okay, I mean, oh, but you're not going to actually get debuffed, are you? No, you're not. I'm still going to hit you with it. And I know this is stupid, but I'm going to hit you with a double tap feed just to do damage. I want to bash and then make you lose strength, but I think we might actually have enough block in this deck to deal with this guy. He's only hitting for 10. We are going to get debuffed. There's nothing we can really do about it. I can hit you for 24, but that's not that good. I don't know if we really want to bring anything back yet. Definitely want to defend. That takes us to 13. We could just get rid of his debuff and then do a bash next turn instead. I don't think it's a terrible idea. Except for the fact that double tap bashes like all of our energy. And he's going to do 20 next turn, which is really bad. Would have been a good turn to have disarm on, but we can't control that. So I honestly think... Well, double tap Carnage kills him. That's really lucky. That's the perfect assortment there. So we kind of have a strength gain deck. Twin Strike can work in that deck, as we've seen many a time. This guy is annoying. We do have attacks that hit multiple times. This time, I definitely think we should try to save feed. So it's really like, I know I didn't do anything to him this turn. My thinking with this deck right now is through a combination of disarms. Well, speaking of which, yeah, this will be fine. Disarm. Disarm. Block. Through a combination of disarms and spot powers, spot weaknesses, I should say, we're going to get mega strong, so we should be able to pretty much guarantee ourselves a feed if things go right here. And it's okay if we take a little damage, and we're already obviously going to take... this is a good turn to use your block potion on. Double tap headbutt. Or Twin Strike gets his armor down a little bit. I think a double tap headbutt. Although it's 15 damage, 18 damage twice, 36 damage. 36 damage. This gives us the select. So we definitely want spot weakness. Honestly... Bring back your other headbutt. The idea is then we can select feed, because I think he's 2 turns from death. And we'll make sure we don't take any damage, because again, what we really want to do is not rest. We're starting to get a little bit more tactical here. He's doing 4 damage. That's incredible. So first, ha ha ha. Secondly, that's 36 damage. You will not die. Then this will leave you at like 7 HP. Now we'll bring back feed, which we'll definitely get next turn, and you're done. So we gotta have more strategic fights like this. And this is why I took feed instead of Reaper. Reaper would make sure we're almost always at max HP, and that's great. Except I wanted to make sure that our max HP was sustainable. Flex is great. I do sort of feel like we need draw. And we're having problems with draw, honestly. So I think that's an acceptable pickup. I don't know how to rate Toolbox. But I do know I love strength gain, and I love vulnerable enemies taking more damage. So we're lucky we're able to buy so many relics. And I think we'll go question mark, elite. Try to dodge the campfire unless we need it. If we need it, we need it. Give me the book. I'm ready. Necronomicon. First attack that costs 2 or more is played twice. Okay. And it negated the curse. Let's go. We're going to be a little tight on HP, potentially. Sorry, we do not have 100 gold. This is a little bit of a moment of truth. These guys are not too bad, but we don't really have great crowd control except Whirlwind, which we did not get on turn 1. So, I think we definitely want to play a block, even though we're not taking any damage. So let's play that so we don't lose it. Twin Strike gets a kill. Headbutt only costs 1, so I think we'll put you in like killable range. And honestly, bring back Ghostly Armor. I'm a little worried about what these turns contain for me. You know what we could really use, although it's mega expensive? Barricade. So I think we want to see red. Probably want to disarm this guy. Bash is played twice. He's gonna summon a dude. I actually think let's save Ghostly Armor and bash the crap out of this guy. Did 33 damage, 4 vulnerable. It leaves the one gremlin alive, and I'm pretty sure this guy's going to attack next turn. We should draw a disarm. Wow, you drew like a lot of enemies out there. Double tap Whirlwind, right? Or... it's 27 damage to all enemies. What if we gained 3 strength? It would do 12 damage to all enemies. 2 times. Yeah, I think it's worth it long term. Oh, and it's going to execute twice, which is amazing. I didn't even think about it because we played Whirlwind for 2. Whirlwind. Because we played Whirlwind for 2. Alright, this actually went very well so far, at least. We don't need to disarm because we can just kill you. With vulnerability, that just kills you. I'm starting to believe a little bit more in the deck. Tiny Chest is okay, because we are going to prioritize question mark rooms. I think we love Clothesline or Heavy Blade. We're going to go Heavy Blade. They both synergize with Necronomicon. We're going to go Heavy Blade first. I'm going to fight, even if it means we have to rest. Starting with the red mask is okay, and I'm hopeful, but it didn't happen. I was hopeful we'd be able to do enough damage to get a kill. We still might. Certainly we need strength. And then a double tap headbutt is 32 damage. We'd like to kill this guy first. You know what? Let's draw. It's important we have a good first turn. 36 damage to all enemies twice. Well. 48 damage to all enemies twice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Got gold, red mask, potion. I think we want Shrug It Off for draw, and not much else. We're starting to build a run that works here. Makes me feel good, because our first floor was not very impressive. Since you start weak, we don't have to play Disarm. But we have 4 energy, and we don't need to play a Defend, so we should play Disarm. And really, you are the unit that is most likely to benefit from Disarm, except I'm probably going to come close to killing you anyway. So I think I'm going to Armaments, upgrade Disarm, use it on you, Twin Strike you, and then Headbutt you, bring back Twin Strike, pass turn. You might not be dead next turn, but you're close. We weakened an enemy that is going to be a thorn in our side for a long time. I mean, Carnage would do 40 damage right off the bat, so it's pretty great. I hate... 4 damage twice. Ugh. It's such a weak play, but like... Stay disarmed, my friend. So we're going to be hexed, which sucks, and we're weak forever, but... It's alright, we're going to get a spot weakness that's coming around. 8 damage. It's no joke, but it's also like no big deal. We definitely want to play a defend. And we want to kill you with feed. That's like a mission critical thing for us. Sure, I could bash you twice. It's probably a better idea. Or like a double whirlwind. That's only 24 damage though. Nah, give me the draw, dude. We're not taking any damage anyway. We shouldn't take any damage. If we get a bad draw and we don't draw any blocks, sure, maybe we're going to find ourselves in trouble. But we got 5 blocks per turn no matter what. So, spot weakness. It also doesn't really matter if we take a little damage. So I'm sorry to Heavy Blade, which would have been a decent play there. But again, we're trying to fight like a war of attrition here so that we can kill this guy with feed, which is way more important than killing him quickly, in my opinion. Whatever, daze me. I don't care much. You are starting to annoy me, though. Yeah. Don't play double tap, because it's just going to lead to... Okay. Don't play double tap, because it's just going to lead to another daze in your deck, and a 22... Oh, my lord. Well, I think we're going to tackle it like that. I'm going to hit you with the poison potion because I hate you. And beyond that, excuse me, sir. If we draw feed on our next turn, we want to make sure that we can have the best chance possible to get the kill. So... oh, finally, you're not attacking for once. I don't want to kill you. So I want to draw. I want to draw. We're actually going to armaments and, like, upgrade defend and play defend. Why? There's no way to hit this guy without killing him, and we just need to rely on drawing feed on this turn, which is a reasonably high chance. Amazing. Well, I have to kill you. It could have gone worse, honestly. Like, this isn't that bad, but kind of sucks. I think because we have Paper Frog, I do think we like Thunderclap. Might as well go to the one that gives us options. Ancient Tea Set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start your next combat with blah, blah, blah. We're really just going to try to dodge. It's dicey because our HP's not full, but we're just going to try to dodge around ever having to rest. So we definitely want to see red. And then, I'll tell you what, give him a Thunderclap. Shrug it off real quick. Might be able to make it work, not even joking. Headbutt this guy. Bring back Thunderclap. For next turn. Kill this guy. Little max HP up. Might as well rest. Good. Good stuff. 11 damage. We need 6 block. We're not going to get there. We're going to get close. This turn... oh, wait. Whenever... no, enemies just start weak. That's right. Spot weakness. Hit him with the Thunderclap. Taking 5. Not ideal. Also hurts our plated armor, which is the real problem here. This is the turn where we hit you very hard, and it will do 78 damage. We gotta use Necronomicon more frequently. Like, even Searing Blow with Necronomicon. It's not good. Yeah, actually, I kind of still prefer Twin Strike here, but I think it's a skip. We're not upgrading it with armaments over and over. Like, if I'm looking at my deck realistically, that's just not happening. So, we'd really like to disarm this guy early, and that's not going to happen, but that's alright. We'll start with a little... we might as well start with a defend, because we don't have enough cards anyway. We might as well weaken him a little bit. Hit him with the Thunderclap to make him vulnerable. Hit him with the Sword Boomerang to really work him over. And you have 22 block, huh? Well, in that case, I'll block, because it doesn't matter. We can still probably kill you with a Whirlwind. Wow, okay, well, we'd certainly lose strength. 15 damage. Heavy Blade only does 24. It's like nothing. Dude, that Enfeebling Spores was 10 out of 10. I gotta give credit where credit is due. We're gonna be at 3 plated armor. I think the turn plays itself. We weaken this dude. Play a little ghostly. And honestly, we're not gonna get hit now, so hit him with the Twin Strike. Just trying to play our cards right so that we can get feed to come back around. We know we're gonna have to rest once before the boss no matter what. We could easily kill you this turn. You're gonna enfeeble. I think we want a pommel. We were really hoping for a headbutt. And because this didn't work, I'm just gonna kill you. Nah, I think Sword Boomerang's pretty good. Screw it, let's try. If we lose, at least we lost by being a real MF and G. You know what I mean? MF's in chat, everybody. You're doing 8 damage, that's nothing. Certainly we're gonna spot weakness, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, 60 damage. But if we're gonna do that, we might as well hit you for 18 first, and then throw 72 damage on top instead. I really doubt we're gonna kill him with feed, but the appropriate turn with like an amazing headbutt could work. 21. Not as good. Can I kill you? 28. I could do 56 damage, but then we'd have to find another way to kill you. The potion would do it. Who are we fighting? Guardian? I think we're okay with that. Because I really don't want to take damage. Why am I so much worse at throwing potions than I used to be? Ornamental Fan. You play 3 attacks, get 4 block. It's not bad. I like a lot of these. Juggernaut, I think, is too expensive without a power synergy. 3 damage. It's not that much. Anger, though. 6 damage. Place a copy of this in your discard pile. I think our deck's tight-ish. It could be tighter, but I think it's tight-ish. Oh, dude, okay. Good cards. Uppercut, I love it. Uppercut Bash, I'd take a duplicate of either. Panacea, nothing wrong with it. Regret, we're just going to throw that one. Demon Form, Heavy Blade. Demon Form, I'll take it. Why take it? We get enough block that if we draw it early, we can play it. And if it shows up later, it is a dead draw most of the time, but I don't think I can. I love the sustain, but I really don't want to lose 20 HP, because that puts us in the area where if we tank a full hit from a boss, we just die. So I don't like that as much. Anyway, we did okay with our HP on this floor. Kept it roughly the same. 6 energy is very good. So obviously we're gonna defend. And defend. Just trying to get his slowness up as high as possible. And defend. Hit you twice with the bash. And then a strike. It's not that bad. It's about 51 damage. It's not about. It was literally 51 damage. We're hoping for some spot weakness cycle. Didn't start there. That's okay. Give him a little Seeing Red. Disarm him. Certainly we'd love a little sword boomerang action. And then Ethereal for 2 times 61 damage. Wow. By Ethereal, I mean Carnage. That's amazing that we got that with 1 strength up and a couple of attacks. So I'm a happy man. Certainly this one's relatively easy. Spot weakness. Headbutt. Well, spot weakness, ghostly armor to get his weakness up. Headbutt. And then bring back spot weakness. This guy's in a terrible position. You know, I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay. 90 damage. 122 damage. Okay, we definitely want to gain strength, I think. Oh no, you madman! So much better to just hit him for 120. Oh, that hurts. So with Headbutt, we always want to bring back Whirlwind. Worst spot weakness play. See, he's doing 57 damage, which is what scares me. Well, honestly, we'll start with a pommel. Then we'll hit you with this. And then we'll hit you with this. At least we put up 9 block. And honestly, this is a pretty good indication of why we want our max HP to be relatively high. So that we can actually, if things go terribly wrong, we can take 1 hit like that and be fine. But to be fair, it probably wouldn't have changed things too much, but we should have whirlwinded earlier. Give me some energy, please. We definitely do not want another demon form. Another feed is perfect, I think. Brutality would have been fine as well. We definitely want to see Intense. I really, really like Intense. Tiny House is horrible, but it does upgrade a card. Question card is probably a lot better for us, even if we've only got 1 floor remaining. Really was I thinking we're going to play a question card? Or, sorry, we're going to take Tiny House? Doesn't seem very shrewd. Alright, so we're trying to enable feed as much as possible. Not really a great turn 1 card, to be honest. Like an Armaments Pommel. I think I'm going to have to strike and then pommel. And then, oh, okay, it's not bad. Not a bad turn 1. Really, what are we waiting for? A 3 or 4 energy plus like 1 strength upgrade whirlwind is just amazing for us. Or even like double tap Carnage. I don't even know how that works with this. But in theory, a double tap Carnage will do 27, and then another 27, and then it might get played yet again, like 1 more time. I have to try this one, I think. I thought it might play 4 times, so I'm a little upset. And we are going to take some damage, but this dude is at 24 HP, which puts him maybe in feed range if we get lucky enough to draw our second one. And I'm not too worried about being at 51 HP, like life goes on. We did get a feed, so 11 damage, 13 damage, easiest money ever made. There we go. Lost a little HP, but gained max HP, which gives us the luxury of resting. I think we can probably make that work now. And if we don't want to rest, even better. We just have more max HP. Whenever you apply vulnerable, also apply weak. Very good. We don't play 3 skills in a single turn very often. Healing for 2. We don't need that much sustain. It doesn't seem like we need that much sustain. I think uppercut works very well in this deck because we already have enough that gets duplicated. Secret weapon is actually maybe an incredible enabler because we can use that for 0 energy to draw whirlwind, which is gonna kill. Or draw feed for that matter in some situations. Like right off the bat here, I'm looking at like secret weapon, whirlwind. It would do 36 damage times 2 right now. We actually don't like it because it's too good. Like we missed a chance to use feed because whirlwind is too good. But it was also very safe, which I liked. Those are good options, but not good enough, I think. We're gonna lose. Oh no, Embrace Madness. Or Become Cursed. Unplayable Innate. Don't we have... Yeah, we still ignore a curse. But only to heal for 6? We don't... Actually, you know what? Yes. You know why we're gonna do it? It's not because of the healing. No matter what, we have to fight... Or we have to hit a campfire. Oh, this path is so dangerous. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think we go Campfire Elite, and then we can always go to another campfire after. No? Leave? Well, these guys are not that bad. We have a campfire, right? We might as well fight because we're going to rest right after this. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, so Heavy Blade is 34 damage. I think we definitely want to disarm you, because I hate you. Headbutt brings nothing back right now. We are going to take a little heat on this turn if we play it. No, we're not. We have 15 block. We just need to kill you, and it'll kill you. Yeah, okay. So Headbutt we're playing for damage. Sorry, Ghostly Armor. Right? I always forget about the extra block from Ornamental Fan as well. I gotta be honest, I think we got a decent chance of this deck. We don't have a Time Lord, like an anti-Time Lord deck. Or rather, the Time Lord doesn't seem like he's gonna do that well against me, I should say. I'll ignore the debuff, which is nice. If I make you vulnerable, you're also made weak, which is awesome. Oh, but now I can't afford to play Feed and Carnage. Carnage. I hate to lose Feed, but... Oh, we're gonna rest right after this. Just take 7 damage, feed on this guy, and let Carnage go. It's actually the right decision. Because, again, we have to rest at a campfire. We have no other options. It would have been good to get a relic that allowed us to, like, dig instead of having to actually rest. You're dead, right? Not quite. Not quite. Really? 66 damage? That hurts. I'm gonna pommel real quick. Alright, I'm gonna put up some block. I hate to do it, but think it's the right call. Hopefully we can headbutt into a second feed, and then we've actually made HP at the start of this floor. I think we might have made 1 as is, but... Hidden for 17? Well, hidden for 15. We'll shrug it off. Not hidden for much at all anymore. Doesn't really matter how much HP we lose here, because we're going to have to rest anyway. So we might as well play it as slow as possible to try to get feed and offset the value. Although he is hitting for 23 now, which makes me very afraid. We're healing for 100 when we rest, in case that's not clear. That's why I'm playing stupidly right now. And I gotta look at it, like, can I kill you with feed? We're gonna have 8. I could definitely make it happen. Here's, you only have 1 attack in our draw pile. Oh, come on. I didn't think about it, but that makes sense. Healing is 50% more effective during combat. Carnage is too good for us to pass up. They're really making a good case that the right call was to take Reaper, but I don't know what our max HP would look like if we followed through with that. Okay, so I think we go Elite, hope for the best. This is not so bad. Then we go the right side all the way up. No Elites, just question marks. 9 damage to all enemies. They're both dead. Okay, Frozen Eye is okay. Might take issue with that one, that's okay. Highly ornamented tomb. Don the red mask, gain gold. Ooh. Lose 5 max HP, but we're gonna gain so much gold. Yeah, I think it's probably worth it. The thing is, we have 1 campfire before the end, so we have to rest anyway. Does the Timekeeper have really nasty hits? I don't think so. Dude, take Demon Form. I don't think I'm ever going to play it productively. Now's our choice. It was 750 gold, you gotta go to the shop. For the loss of 5 max HP, who cares? Whirlwind, please? You're very lucky. In fact, I'm gonna go straight into a Shrug It Off to try to get a little better here. I don't know, a Thunderclap doubled up here? Makes you weak and vulnerable for a long time. We're taking no damage, obviously. And then we really just need to draw, like, Carnage or Whirlwind. That's gonna totally ruin his turn, which is awesome. No, this is bad. We should have played... you can't bring back Feed after you use it, so it's probably fine. Whatever. Bring back Ghostly Armor just to keep you safe. And honestly, we're not going to get around our deck again, so we might as well play Feed and then hope we draw Feed on the next turn for the kill. Maybe we should have brought back Shrug It Off, so if we drew that, we could draw 1 more card. Ghostly Armor is a little bit of a slower play, but it does protect us. Here's what I think you do. You pommel. If you don't draw Feed, you kill him. Actually, Magic Flower is decent, now that I think about it. Because it is going to give us... We're going to heal for 9 instead of healing for 6. Bit of a weird one. Heavy Blade does 17. We really only need to survive this combat. So Heavy Blade does 34, and then Feed would do another 11. So we can kill an enemy with 45 HP. Probably a little bit more than 45. So we're going to headbutt you, and we're going to bring back Heavy Blade by default. Heavy Blade does 34 damage, so the Repulsor is killed instantly, I think. Not instantly, but like when we want him to die, he's killed. And we have another Feed that could work for us here as well. Don't forget about that. We didn't get it. You always want to Seeing Red. I don't think we want to use Bash or spot weakness. I think we're going for draw that we can use to help us get to feed faster. And again, it doesn't matter that they hit us, because we're going to heal the max anyway. If we healed 30%, yeah, that'd be a concern. But if we're healing a max, who cares? Did not get feed. Get killed, my friend. And you, just hold tight. Didn't want to draw feed accidentally. As long as you're not doing 54 damage when you explode, I do not care. Wow, I blocked my own flex with my artifact potion. What a cool interaction that is thankfully irrelevant right now. So we got feed to work. Didn't we? Don't need him. Don't need him. Bludgeon, admittedly, is kind of tempting. Now is where we buy everything. Not useful. 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 I don't think we need anything else. I don't think anything else necessarily adds to the deck. I don't think there's anything I want to cull. I like most of the cards when they show up. We could cull like a basic defend. Getting some extra decks is okay. I guess we're never going to against the Time Lord, it's not that good. It's not bad, I think, but it's not that good. An explosive potion against a single enemy by default is worse than a poison potion, which does more than 10 damage by its second turn. And you know what? This heals for 15 instead of damaging for 10. So we really, like, at the very least, we took our final opportunity here to optimize the deck, and I'm happy with that. I'm very proud that we made it to the boss already. Very happy with that. So, I was just gonna say, turn 1 Whirlwind is disgusting. It's like 150 damage. Start with like this 150 damage. 12 times 7 is 84 times 2, 160, 168. It's a pretty good turn 1. The added benefit is that we essentially, like, didn't even come close to giving him a strength gain. So certainly spot weakness. Probably pop the regen potion next turn. We'll see red. Well, we don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to on this turn. We will play 2 defends. Hit him twice. Didn't even take him. They shouldn't have even played it because it got closer to incrementing. Honestly, here's what we're looking for. Spot weakness, headbutt. Headbutt brings back whirlwind. We play it on a turn where, well, we play it on the turn at the very start where we have the most energy possible. 26 damage. I don't love it, but I'll tell you straight up that, yeah, I think it's okay. I think you do a double tap Carnage, and we do like 90 damage as a result. Got 4 block out of it too. And dude, it gave him the perfect synchronicity for his strength gain. I love it. So he blocked whatever the debuff was. He's not hitting us this turn, which is very nice. Being straight up with you, I think we might be able to kill him next turn. It comes down to headbutt, bringing back whirlwind. What do we do next? Don't use pommel is the big thing. Probably disarm him so that he's not as strong, and then finish with sword boomerang. I don't know if we're gonna kill him next turn, but he's gonna be real close. We could have brought back Carnage as well, which actually might have been even better. Oh, he healed up quite nicely, unfortunately. A whirlwind is 72 damage, which is kind of, it's looking a little not that amazing, isn't it? Right now. Put it back in the draw pile. We just have to think. Bash, or sorry, disarm I think is pretty good. And you know what? We can also weaken him with a thunderclap. He's dealing 9 damage. Let's make sure we block all that. Don't play that. I think we're still coming out ahead right now, but it's not as good as it was. Like, getting Whirlwind on turn 1 was super important. I'm glad we got it. Flex. Heavy Blade is now 32 twice. That's 60-something damage. Let's put up some block and then do the Heavy Blade. We can only play 2 cards next turn. We look pretty good right now, but like one really nasty hit from him would be bad for me. Carnage is now our go-to attack, I think. It's really like, I think Thunderclap to weaken him and make him vulnerable, followed by Carnage is our go-to here. You didn't let me hit him twice? That's rude. That's not implied by the card. It's not implied by the card. Okay, we can play as many cards as we want. We'll start with Seeing Red. And then Pommel. This is an easy one. Feed, feed, strike. Don't know if he's going to be dead next turn, but we're looking fairly optimistic. When you have more HP than the boss, usually you're feeling pretty good. Well, I guess with 3 energy, we'll defend once. 32. We're going to be at 25 HP. It might come down to the last turn. We're not going to be weak next turn, I think. He's hitting. Okay, we should be fine. I mean, like, we shouldn't even have to play... we only have 3 cards before he ends our turn. I'm really happy we won this daily. This didn't seem like an easy daily, and we navigated it quite well. I'm proud of us, to be honest. We did 875 damage. It's not a terrible score for a relatively difficult daily. And look at that, we're 19th on the leaderboard for now. That's gonna change. Probably not gonna go up, is my guess. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.